Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest installment of Strata Today. On today's show, we're going to be speaking with Shiana Clave-Siruma, who's the VP of Customer Solutions for APAC for Strata Results. Shiana, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Dean. It's really my pleasure, and I look forward to this every single day.
Listen, Shiana, for the people that don't know, on a recent International Women's Day, you posted a brief but excellent view on your own personal experience of bigotry that women are facing in the corporate environment. That post has now reached over 1 million views. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dean. It's just one of my many honest, true-to-life stories that, I've just shared because I wanted to contribute to the challenge and to share with everybody how I'm doing right now. Now it reached almost 1 million viewers, and both men and women are actually inspired by that. So it's remarkable, and knowing and them sharing their similar stories are actually really fascinating for me. And it happened with just one single person. Truly happy about it.
I mean, we've all heard and perhaps even seen firsthand how that bigotry manifests itself. But I'm interested in how you see bigotry impacting the so-called glass ceiling that women face.
Well, it's always going to be there. I know that we're always told that people are entitled to our own opinion, but sadly, they still bring it somewhere that's not needed, right? This wasn't actually the only time that I experienced that. So that time it was my gender and being a young mom with one kid. But before, I've also experienced that with age, and it has been affected by bigotry, as you mentioned. It created that sturdy glass in my success journey. That sturdy glass ceiling in my journey. And well, I'm an annoyingly positive person, as people always say. And so I see these obstacles not as tortures or hardships, but as ways to make me stronger and more capable. And so that's why I'm still here right now.
Listen, it's fantastic to hear. It's awful that it's happened, but it's great that it's out on the table, right? I mean, I don't want to really discuss why women are up to the challenge per se, because I think that we're all getting on board as believers of the fact that it shouldn't be an issue. To those women out there that are currently experiencing this restriction, whether it be in applying for roles or a promotion or just in their day-to-day job, what advice would you give them if they were in front of you today?
Yeah, every time I have this conversation with someone, whether it's a young woman or a man starting in their career, I always tell them to just take time working on yourselves, because you need to know and own your mistakes. You need to identify what's right and what are the wrong choices. That way, it will help you grow, and it will help you know your worth. Because when you know your value, you know your worth, then you know what you're capable of doing, and that definitely allows you to choose wisely. Never settle for anything less than you deserve. And for the young women, I always tell them, you have to do all that with a big faith, a good smile, and the wind in your hair.
I mean, listen, you're presenting globally, not just from a woman's perspective, but from a corporate viewpoint. We've listened to the message to individual women. What now is the message to corporations, to those corporate boards, the executives around the world that are faced with experienced and skillful candidates for these roles?
Yeah, it's great to see that these corporations, the executives and the recruitment of management and executives have all greatly evolved, such in a way that they see beyond what's on the paper. They see the capabilities of each person, young and old, or men or women, and they look past just the experiences and the employment gap. And so I like to tell them that they need to continue what they're doing, because they're always just hiring, and this is important, hiring for attitude and not just for the skills that can be taught. But definitely when you come across that person that's really hard to resist, then take them in your wing, mentor them, and you'll see that those people who are really committed into their lives and their passions are the ones that give the best in everything. And that means a really good employee and a good business.
I mean, listen, it seems like such a journey, but you're now working for Strata Results, and they're a global business consultancy. In your own words, how is the working relationship different with Strata Results and what you're doing now? How is it different to those that you discussed in your post previously?
Yeah, well, that working with Strata Results actually was the main motivation why I put it out there. I only just tell them in little speeches or in day-to-day conversations or when I mentor someone. But I know that for a fact, when I was in different industries or in different companies, I never felt more empowered as to, how my role is. Like in Strata Results, I know what I do and I know what I need to focus on. But at the same time, our executives, our leaders are actually empowering me to venture into further arenas and venues. And that actually helps me become more inspired and I get more ideas. And whenever I raise it to the table, everybody just supports it. And that's what's really good about being part of the family. And that's why I really love working here. And that's why I put it out there.
Well, listen, I think that it's a really great message, not just for women, but for everybody, right? It's about making sure that it's out there and looking at equality. So, Shiana, thank you so much for taking the time. Hopefully, our listeners at Strata Today take something from your messaging. Thank you so much for taking the time. It's been an absolute pleasure.
My pleasure too, Dean. From the moment that I got your call for my initial interview, I knew that this is going to be the one. So I actually even told our CEO that if you don't take me in Strata, I'm going to retire very early and just focus on a business, that's a hobby very soon. So thank you so much. Glad to work with you and glad to be a part of the Strata Results family.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful day, week, and the rest of it 2021. All the best.
All the best. Bye, Dean.